Okay. Interesting. I sort of see what you mean now, in that I can see L being the true final boss. I will say, um, Ishin's Ishin's first phase is a goddamn monster. Like, if the rest of the fight was gonna be like, I really don't know. Um, like, hot fucking damn. It feels. It's very lucky that he does not keep that the entire way. Um, Jesus Christ. If he. I don't even know. Like, yeah, so I guess, yeah, it's true. His poise, or not his poise, his his posture, that's what I mean, builds up decently quickly in the first phase. Like, it was surprisingly full before he got his health back, whereas with Owl, it's like, good luck getting his posture bar filled at all, unless he's like half health or less. With Ishin, I felt like I got maybe a third of his health when I killed him. But with Owl, sometimes I think when I killed him, he was at like a quarter health or something left. Anyways, yeah. Oh, nice cast. English next. Oh, no. But yeah, it's just like, oh, maybe I missed English. It's just like, wow, holy shit. Um, Getting the parry down on his sheath move is very fun. I did not get his unblockable as well at all. I got very confused. Or, yeah, I got very confused when he was doing his sweep and when he was doing his stab. Um, which is like, wow. He just moves so goddamn quick. I think that's the thing about phase 2 and 3. Is he does not have that insane Sonic the Hedgehog speed. He just sticks right to your side, and if you heal, 50% of the time you're just like, he's gonna do a swipe tax, and it's like, yeah, he did that. Fun, really fun fight though. I completely got the first lightning by accident. It must have just been instinct because I was not thinking to do it. So I must have accidentally jumped and then did it or something. I'm still have no idea how Ishin was within Genichiro. I'm honestly not sure at all what happened there. So he died, but did he really die? I'm gonna have to read up the lore or something. Because that was just like, that was truly a Bloodborne moment when he came out of his fucking head. I'm kind of sad we don't know what happens further with Emma and Kuro. Just because, like, man, it's just like, I don't need to know what happens to Kuro, for sure. Like, that's not the point. But mostly, I'd like to know more about, let's see, there's two titles. I'd really like to know more about Emma. She seems like she's an enigma. I know, technically she's a character with almost the most amount of info dump, but yeah. I really like how, like, I actually really like how easy Genichiro is. It's just sort of like, he hasn't actually improved since now. You've just gotten so much better, and by this point, you can totally trounce him. Except for that time, I just straight up fucking died. The first time he hits me with both slashes, and I'm just like, yeah, in the universe where this actually happens, Kuro's probably like, what a fucking loser. He didn't even get a single hit in. But yeah, I like how Genichiro is honestly really easy, and then the like real fight begins. But like, Christ. I feel like, even though it was, I felt like I kind of understood what happens in this game. Oh, there's English. Kuro and Divine Child. Oh, really? Huh. Aim assist. Huh. Um. Hmm. Oh shit. No, not now. I should really do Hanbei. I missed Hanbei, didn't I? Oh, I missed the Mortal Carp. I missed 2 beats too. Somehow. Oh shit, yeah. I'll do this at some point, but um mostly just, why don't we look here? I bet she's really disappointed in me now. She's probably like, all that fucking effort, and I can't even become one. Why? Why Sekiro?
Shinobi, what would you... If you wish the only defeat, I have the
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Shinobi,
I'm sorry. I cannot. I failed you, but maybe round 2. Huh. I mean, I can just cut this off. There's no point to you continuing watching, but... What the fuck? He's not fucking dead.
Master, I'm glad. Goodbye.
What the fuck? Oop. Warp? Huh. I mean, yeah, it totally makes sense, obviously, just... Man. Man, I missed 2 beats. I'm gonna look those up. Okay, well, I think this is pretty fitting. Yeah, wow, good game. I really have to think about this some more, but my impressions thus far, aka 80 hours into the game when I've beaten it, it's like, yeah, holy shit. Really, really good game. I just want more areas. I just want more bosses. I just want more everything. Which is, yeah, a sign of a good game, I suppose. I want more fight. Yeah, I really want more bosses, because goddamn, fighting is so much fun. What an OP weapon. Like this entire time it has never failed me. It's never broken. Yeah, I really just the areas so far I'd say honestly I like Ashina Castle a lot and I do like Ashina Outskirts. I mostly just think they're not the most interesting levels, even though they're pretty well designed. Um, well, let me rephrase that. Given how quote unquote few levels there are in this game, compared to the other games, which is not fair, I completely know, except Bloodborne, but Bloodborne's a different story. So, anyways, very unfair. I'm being obviously I'm asking too much. I realize that. Because, like, let's be honest, in the other games, the other levels, they're not as well designed as all the levels in here. All the levels in here are just really well designed, I think. Well, for the most part, yeah. I just, like, man, I really wish there were more levels like Senpu Temple. Because Senpo, excuse me. What a fucking good level. And Ashina Depths, really nice. Like especially once you get to the Mist and to Mubi Village, very cool level. I wish the Mist Village was larger. I wish Mubi Village was larger. I wish the Poison Pool was up. I'm not saying I want a proper poison area, but oh god, goodbye. Um, but I wish that the like pool area was bigger, especially the like cave with the monkey head. Excuse me, the headless monkey. Um, and the Buddha statues, because that was very interesting. I was honestly expecting a full-fledged, like a totally full-fledged level once I saw the Buddha statues. Um, yeah, just really cool overall. I would like to have more of the abandoned dungeon. I could see like a full dungeon level, existing. It's a shame that there isn't one. I was really hoping for like more zombie shit. That was when I was getting really interested in what was going on. Um, uh, oh, the monkey area. Yeah. Sunken Valley, very good. I love the gun fort. I really love the gun fort area. I wish that was bigger. I was really sad that was it. And I really, really, really like. I really like the gun fort, and I really like the Springs monkey area. That was honestly pretty large. Both areas are fairly large. It's just you move so fast with all the rope swinging. You cover so much ground that it feels smaller than it is. If this was a Souls game and you didn't have the hook shot, those areas would feel bigger. So I definitely don't like I'm not saying they're small at all. I'm just saying with the how movement is in this game and how fast-paced combat is, they just feel little. Oh, they feel like I wish there was more to them. Um, Very iconic place, though. Very iconic zone right here. All the wheat. Well, they're like silvergrass, I think they call them. Um, but yeah. Let's see. Fountainhead Palace, honestly really cool. It ended up actually being one of my least favorite areas to play through, but aesthetically wise, I do like it. I wish the palace area where all the nobles were, like eating the Okami warrior woman, I wish that was bigger. I was really surprised that was it. And there's nothing in there. Because I thought they had full potential for like a very cool zone where you actually start to see some of the like fucked up stuff. I mean, you do, but like even more. Um, Fountainhead Palace is cool though. I do like it. I thought the corrupted monk intro, I was like, man, I was expecting kind of shit on that level, and unfortunately, I wasn't quite there. But yeah, all the zones post. Let me just double check. Post castle were just so fucking well done, and castle is honestly well done. I wish the castle was a little more maze-like because, as it is, it really is not at all. Um, Let me see. Some people thinking about action deaths on head. Yeah, Horata State is well done, actually. Is that really, really well done? I thought this was one of the best levels. The State Path. Yeah, once I get to State Path, this whole path up to here is so good. I thought this was a really, really, really well designed level. Um, yeah, I think it's hard to beat the level design between here and here. The rest of it is not bad. I don't dislike it, just very simplistic. Or much more simplistic comparatively. I feel like this might have been one of the first levels they designed. At least, yeah, at least to me. Senpo I also thought was really... It's just really well done. Like, my only complaint is there's really nothing else past the main hall, which is super sad. I got to the main hall and I was like, oh shit, I got to the main hall. There's a full, like, 1/3 to 1/2 of the level left. But yeah, I would say that once you get to, from Temple, well, I mean the whole place is nice, but my highlight is from Temple Grounds to Main Hall. I don't know why, I just really like that segment. A lot. Yeah, I really like that segment a lot. Sunken Valley, I honestly actually love this entire section, just really good. I love the hookshotting to place, the feeling of like isolation and how snowy and how kind of oppressive it is, how nice it is. Honestly, it feels really nice once you get a gun for it. It's just like, oh, it feels cozy and it's not snowing. Here onwards is also very cool. It honestly feels like its own little zone, and like very distinct zones, in 2 zones in 1. But again, I do wish this was bigger because I was honestly expecting a full area past Guardian Ape's watering hole. Ashen Depths again, like I said, really fantastic. I have no complaints there. Really just wish Hidden Forest was bigger, Mibu Village, and this whole place was bigger. Yeah, I really just more, please. And here's similar. I honestly, this whole stretch, oops, like from Vermilion Bridge all the way to up to Palace Grounds, there's a lot of content. It's not the most well done gameplay wise, but I do like it, and I wouldn't say I want more. Palace Grounds, I would say I really want more of. To me, I was like, there's gonna be like an extra, like a whole third of the level left, and sadly there wasn't. Yeah, same with here. I wish once you get to the audience chamber, there was still like some left. But again, I'm just being nitpicky. I'm complaining when I really shouldn't. Abandoned Dungeon, yeah, you know how I feel. I will relish this whole section because it's so fucking cool. There's so much potential. I wish the Shimichi boss was like blocking off one area and you had to beat him to get there. The whole castle is, this area, this castle, and all the places, the like parts around it, pretty well done. I like it. From here, this whole place, it's cool. I certainly like it, don't get me wrong. I just wish there was more, because this, once you get here and once you like are familiar with the area, it is tiny, honestly. Getting from here all the way up to the top, it just feels like, wow, really, that's it. I wish there was more, because like once you fall down, you know, you get to the area where you can fall down to the bottom floor, there's so much of the castle that you fall down to, and it's like, wow, I wish I could explore that. Old Grave I also wish was a little bigger. It's a very small area. Grave Cemetery, I just wish there was like it doesn't quite feel like there's a reason for it to exist, and I wish there was. I know it's for Tengu, but still. And I wish there was a way to get back from that shrine across that you can see back here, because it just feels weird that you can get there but you can't get back. It feels soft-gated for no real good reason. Abandoned Dungeon just makes sense. It's the entrance to Abandoned Dungeon. Yeah, it's fine. You know, again, I wish the dungeon was bigger. Ashina Reservoir, yeah, a good size area actually, really good size area. Yeah, solid. I don't know. Ashina Outskirts, yeah. Personally, no complaints. Again, I thought the outskirts were pretty fully fleshed out. Like this felt like a very good whole section to me personally. But anyways, that's my reflections on the areas, because to me the areas are the most important part of a Souls game. I think the areas really will make or break a game for me. Like, I didn't even mind that there was honestly there wasn't that much enemy variety in this game, which is fine, because like it's really about your bread and butter and your basics here, because combat is so focused on the katana that like you don't really need that much enemy variety as long as you have enough enemies and like enemy upgrade variants. that like test your skill with the katana. Whereas in Dark Souls, you really need more variety because like yeah, there's just so many builds and stuff. And combat is not as refined. Wish there was more bosses, like I said, but with how many mini bosses there are, it's very fun. Yeah, I don't know. I really just want more of this game. And to be fair, I think Dark Souls 1's DLC added a decent chunk to its content length. Dark Souls 2 really is just some of the best level design. Sorry, let me go back. Dark Souls 1 levels, I like the DLC, not the biggest fan of its levels, because the first third or so of it is just recycled forest, which is fine, I get it, like some content is better than, some content that's done fairly well is better than no content at all. Or, it's not bad. It's not bad. For the fact that it's time travel, I'm totally fine with that. It makes sense in my head to justify that. The next part, Ulisil Village, Ulisil Township, actually I liked that a lot. That was quite well done. I liked how entwiny, mazy, broken it was. It felt like you were really traveling some ruins. And then last third, the cave part, yeah, I cannot say I was a big fan. So, well, Dark Souls 1 DLC I would say was really good. It was really good because of all its lore implications. All the things it elucidated, the lore, and the boss. Like, Artorias is just such an iconic boss fight, how do you not put him in? I like the Guardian Manticore, even though he's very forgettable. I actually like the fight a lot. It's very interesting. And Manus is also very iconic, although I think he's more bullshit of a fight than Artorias. Artorias is just like such a golden standard. And then yeah, Calamite, again, it's just very iconic. That's the thing, is like, I won't say that Dark Souls 1's DLC had great boss fights. They were just very, very, very iconic. With the sole exception of Artorias, who's both iconic and great. And Dark Souls 2, I can't say too much for you, but believe me when I personally say I thought it had some of the best level design in the entire series. Did I take damage? I did. Very interesting level designs, and to be fair, half the bosses in it, not that interesting, or they're done in ways that either make them not that interesting, or, well, I should say each DLC has 3 bosses, 2 of which are like one of which shouldn't really count as isn't meant to be counted as a boss, is what I mean to say. What I mean by that is they're like reskins, or but there was basically 2 storyline bosses, and then 1 like MMO boss, which is meant to be fought with a friend, and it's very like it's completely optional content. It's quite optional content. Anyways, yeah. Basically what I was saying is the storyline bosses, the 2 storyline bosses, are generally done well, and it's got some iconic bosses. But the real reason, the real reason I like it so much is, I got a text. Oh. Okay. The real reason I like it is just the level design is super well done. Then Dark Souls 3 DLC, again I can't talk about it, but level design I think is on point. I especially think the first DLC, what is it? Ashes of Ariandel. I personally think the level design is top fucking notch. Some people might disagree with me. Some people really don't like the DLC. Most people really don't like the DLC. They think it's too expensive for what it is. I don't disagree. I'm not saying it's an amazing deal for its content, but to me, Ashes of Ariandel is one of the best DLCs I've ever played personally. It hits all the notes for me. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, like, again, I'm a big fan of Gordian, not level structure, so that did it for me. And then, yeah, things that loop back, even if they like seem pointless. Like, to me, the fact that the fruit of the serpent goes back to the poison pool, even though it's completely fucking pointless. makes me really happy. Makes me feel like, oh, good. There's some, like, I don't know. This feels good. There's some sequence breaking to do. There's things relate to each other. Levels aren't just like levels that are like created for that aren't like given thought where they're located. It's like, oh, that's fucking cool. These levels work back to each other. That's why I was really excited that the headless connects with the demon bell. At first I thought geographically it actually works that way. I will say I was very disappointed to learn that it turns out those shortcuts aren't geographically accurate at all. I thought they were, and Senpu Temple was much closer to Ashen Outskirts than I thought it was. But when you get to the castle and the shortcut back to the shrine, it's like, okay, something's in between these. And Sekiro was just really fucking bored the entire time. There must have been, there's no enemies, I guess. If there's not a tunnel forest, there's no items. Sekiro's just like, wow, this sucks. We'll just use the fucking shrine next time. But yeah, anyways, Dark Souls 3 DLC, really well done, I thought. And of course, Bloodborne's DLC is just fantastic. Three just bomb zones. Sorry, I should say 2 bomb zones. One zone that's cool, and like, it's nice that it is recycles content from the game, similar to Dark Souls 1, but does it in a way that like is, it changes things. It subverts what you already know. It takes what you know and what you know is applicable, but like it remixes it with some other pieces. So yeah, I like that a lot. I felt like one of those montage things that people do, musicians do, where they take a bunch of songs and mash them all together. And then the laboratory is just the research hall, just mwah, absolute beautiful level. And then the fishing hamlet it's just a big level. It's a large zone. It's really just a whole fucking like that's the thing about Sekiro's levels is I love them, but like that research hall or fishing hamlet felt like a whole one of these, like yeah, I really at least like 2/3 of a level, and then you add on the research hall, which is I would say half. So what, you've got 1 1/6, and then the first part of the DLC, which I'm not gonna say is amazing because a lot of it is recycled, but we'll just say it ends up being like 1 1/3. Like the DLC is just a whole like 1 1/3 or more of like these places, which is like awesome. Anyways, just yeah, levels. Alright, I'm done talking. I'm gonna end this. But yeah, fucking good game. I'm really glad I could play it. I'm gonna look up the other endings now. I'm gonna look up why the fuck Ishin pops out of Kinitro, because I still don't understand that. But yeah, excited. Maybe I'll get some more skills. I kind of stopped paying attention to skills because I felt like I already had everything I needed. But I'm gonna play with them more. So yeah, awesome. Good game.